Thank you, Coach Lord, coaches, Highlanders, teammates, and family. I want to talk tonight about God's perfection. When I first stepped onto Houghton's campus, I felt this was the perfect place. I started writing goals of the perfect college experience. To get a perfect GPA, lead the business clubs, HSC and Houghton Investment Group, write for the Houghton Star, win second prize in a beauty contest in Monopoly, collect $10. But not all my goals came true. In fact, I dreamed of talking to you tonight about my great baseball career. One that might be memorialized on a K-Pac wall mural, just like my friend Enrico Sugdale. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. The last 2 years, I finished in the top Highlander hitters and received national acclaim when D3Baseball.com touted me as a top returnee. While I was waiting for my phone call from Hollywood, I was shocked on opening day. I was sitting benchside, watching the game through a fence. At first I was angry, then a bit depressed. To be fair, I was given pinch hit opportunities, but my confidence sunk along with my average. That must be Hollywood right there. By mid-season, I hit rock bottom. I prayed to God for a better batting average, something above my weight, which isn't asking for much. But God didn't answer my prayers, or at least the way I wanted. Instead, I believe God answered through a sermon that 10% of life is being a victim. The other 90% is how you handle it. My attitude changed. Instead of giving up, I gave more. When I played, I enjoyed the opportunity. When I sat the bench, I cheered. If I could sum my life of baseball, I would say much of it was a long march through a deep valley filled with crisis, complexity, vulnerability, betrayal, loneliness, and self-doubt. I have spent thousands of hours to master a game that simply could not be mastered. But I have no regrets. I will not trade my experience. While academic success came much easier than baseball, I've learned success does not shape the man. Failure does, especially when he rises above the flood. On the brighter side, baseball served me well. It brought me here to Houghton College. It brought me closer to my father and my brother. It brought me to baseball fields all across America and in Europe. And baseball even opened the door to my career. In fact, at all my job interviews, the focus wasn't what I learned in class, nor my GPA. Rather, the interviewers, male or female, wanted to talk about my college baseball career, how I managed time, my loss, and my failure. And I believe my college life without baseball would have been dull, devoid of so many memories and laughs with my teammates. My proudest moment is when I organized a team service project to run a baseball clinic for special needs children at the Amherst Challenger League. These children were filled with imperishable hope, the thrill of rounding the bases, and the love of coming home. Don't we all love coming home? Recently, I read a story about a boy named Shia, who attended a school for disabled children. At a fundraising event, Shia's father gave a speech that shocked the audience when he asked, "Where is the perfection in my son Shia?" Everything God does is done with perfection, yet my boy cannot remember facts and figures as other children do. Where is God's perfection in him? As the audience fell silent, the father said, "I believe when God brings a child like Shia into this world, the perfection God seeks is in the way people react to him." He then recounted when he and Shia walked past some boys playing baseball, Shia asked, "Do you think they'll let me play?" Shia's father knew his son was not athletic, but the father understood if he was on a team, it would give Shia a sense of belonging. Shia's father approached the player and asked if he could play. The boy said, "We're losing by 6 runs in the 8th. I guess he can play." Shia smiled and went to play left field. In the bottom of the 9th, Shia's team scored 3 runs, and now with 2 outs and the bases loaded with a potential winning run at the plate, Shia was scheduled to be up. Would they give away their opportunity to win? Surprisingly, Shia was given the bat. Shia didn't even know how to hold the bat, let alone swing with it. The first pitch came in, and Shia swung clumsily and missed. One of Shia's teammates came up to Shia, and together, they held the bat and waited for the next pitch. As the pitch came in, Shia and his teammate hit a slow ground ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher picked up the ball and could have easily thrown it out to end the game. Instead, the pitcher threw the ball into right field, far beyond anyone's reach. Everyone yelled, "Run, Shia, run to first!" Never in his life had Shia run to first. He scampered down the baseline, wide-eyed and startled. He rounded first, headed towards second, and then on to third. Finally, the right fielder retrieved the ball, but Shia and the boys from both teams were now running behind him, screaming, "Run home, Shia! Run home!" As Shia stepped on home plate, all 18 boys lifted him on their shoulders and made him the game's hero. "That day," said the father, with soft tears rolling down his face, "that day, those 18 boys reached their level of God's perfection." In sum, each day on the Kerr-Pergola fields, we too witness God's perfection. What our Houghton athletic experience taught us was how to be better servants of God for our school, our community, and our sense of belonging to each other. Sports might not be the only way God reveals His love for us, but it's certainly my favorite. Thank you, Houghton College. May God bless this wonderful place founded on the rock.